And now, since we're going for manually doing Eternal Blue, I know that the blue one there is, which is kind of obvious, but still, that is Eternal Blue. Annoying. So, now we get an introduction to Meterpreter. And then we get what? Maybe I should just minimize this so we can see. Flavors, commands, post, exploitation with. And the challenge. And the challenge is, so it's facts challenge. Nothing you can test before that, I assume. Or we can open this one already now. So, such as get system and hash dump. Well, we need something to test. I don't just want to read lots of text and then do it at the end, you know. Though, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should not read everything, because my voice will die at some point. My eyes are kind of starting to think this is bright light too. I'm just going to check on my phone if I have anything important.
Fixerbot says, time to move it, move it. 5 table push-ups redeemed.
Thanks, Gohaku. We're going together with the push-ups there then.
Goaku says,
Sorry, bad timing.
Oh, no problem. I just noticed that my brother went to Mallorca and went biking vacation. And he just landed in Arlanda. And they had like 30 degrees Celsius when they were biking. And here we only have 17. I'm going to type welcome home to the cold. The cold. It's starting to get warm here. Finally. It was kind of funny. 4 days ago, I had snow in my car. And yesterday it was 80 degrees. Warm. Definitely no snow. It melts at +1, you know, so. Just put a smiley here too. There. I also have the message from the kids' school. I'll have to look at that later, because now it's already too late for today. I got that, okay, like a few hours ago. So let's do those push-ups, good. Let's do another 10 instead of 5. I'll keep the number there, 5, so I can cheat if I want to, right? Well, this is kind of training for my tummy too, since my socks keep slipping away. Try the other way on the table. Oh, I think this is better. of warm here. Let's see if I have. I'm just quickly switching pants. There. So switching from my sweaty jeans. They're kind of thick jeans fabric too in those. So it's kind of warm in here, though the LEDs, they're not, you know, very bright or very heat generating. But I mean, if this would have been other light than LEDs, I would have been dying in here. But it's still kind of warm. I'm just gonna show you something. This light is on 1% brightness. So if I put it up on more, so it's loading devices, connected to devices, come on, please wait. There, so let's see, this is my right light. So if I up it from 1 brightness 1, you know, it's it could be so horribly warm in here, but it's 1%. 4, 3, 2, 1. So I don't think I want more than 1%. I think that one's actually at like much more at least. So there. Meterpreter is a Metasploit payload that supports the penetration testing process with many vulnerable components. Meterpreter will run on the target system and act as an agent with a command control architecture. You will interact with the target operating system and files and use Meterpreter's specialized commands. Meterpreter has many versions which will provide different functionalities based on the target system. And yeah, also we had to put the file there, right? So how does Meterpreter work? Meterpreter runs on the target system, but is not installed on it. It runs in memory and does not write itself to disk on the target unless you put a file there. This feature aims to avoid being detected during antivirus scans. By default, most antivirus software will scan new files on the disk. When you download, the Meterpreter runs in memory RAM. To avoid having file that has to be written to disk on the target. This way, Meterpreter will. This could be said in 2 words, like right. Since the process and not have a file on the target system, Meterpreter also aims to avoid being detected by network-based IPS, Intrusion Prevention System, or IDS, Intrusion Detection System. Solution by using encrypted communication and server with a server where Metasploit runs, typically your attacking machine. If the target organization does not encrypt and inspect encrypted traffic coming to and going out of their local network, IPS and IDS solution will not be able to detect its activities. Does not decrypt and inspect. While Meterpreter is recognized by major antivirus software, this feature provides some degree of stealth. The example below shows a target Windows machine exploited using MS-17 010 vulnerability. You will see Meterpreter is running. They really aim for us, this number to be ingrained in our skulls, right? With the process ID 1304. This bit will be different in your case. We have to use the get bit command, which returns the process ID with which Meterpreter is running. Okay. We just listed all of them with PS, and we found no, we didn't see it like that, right? The process ID or process identifier is used by operating system to identify running processes. All processes running on Linux or Windows will have a unique ID number. This number is used to interact with the process when it needs when need arises. I'm just itching on my leg. If it needs to be stopped. Yeah, their example. If we list the processor running on type with a PS command, we see PS1304 spool, which we tried. I tried to switch to this one before. And not Meterpreter, as one might expect. And well, this listing is harder to read, but here it is. Even if we were to go a step further and look at the DLLs used by Meterpreter, we still would find we still would not find anything jumping. Just no Meterpreter.dll. So task list M5PD task list. This command is like, no, I've never seen it. Never seen it. I'm so not used to doing on Windows, modern Windows, things like this. So this we need to copy and explore. So this is a list of the DLLs for this process. So this is just a copy of the command, so this is the command. It's just the echo. Yeah, so we have something for our Windows nodes. New node. Process is DLLs. List DLLs, well, used. Let's say used by a process. It was crazy money, you know. It's like the usual number. We'll have to use this later and look at the task list command, but not right now, because I wanna continue. Techniques and tools that can be used to detect Meterpreters are beyond the scope of this room. This section aimed to show you how stealthy Meterpreter is running. Remember, most antivirus software will detect it, so not so stealthy then. It is also worth noting that Meterpreter will establish an encrypted TLS encryption channel with the attacker system. There. So let's read about flavors. As discussed in the previous Metasploit rooms, linked below, Metasploit payloads can be initially divided into two categories: inline also called single and staged. Yeah, I don't really remember this, and I didn't really get it from just rereading, so maybe I should have done more, but maybe we'll get a refresh on that here, because the first room I didn't do recently, I just read it now. Should I read it all? Should I save this bread for tomorrow for breakfast? There's not much left. Let's see. It wants to be eaten before the 10th, but it was actually in my freezer too, so it will be eaten tomorrow. I'm curious about letters. As you will remember, stage payloads are sent to the target in 2 steps. As an initial part is installed to the stager and request the rest of the payload. This allows for a smaller initial payload. Okay, so it's like a 2-step thing. Inline payloads are sent in a single step. They're also divided into stagged and inline. Why? Seriously. There's inline and staged, and then there's stagged. Is that like a typo? That can't be real. The easiest way to have an idea about available Meterpreter versions could be to list them using MSF Venom, as seen below. Oh yeah, it can list. Oh cool, this is what it was missing last time. I would like to have grabbed the... But we were in MSF console, so I didn't try to grab. Maybe I could have grabbed stuff. I don't think I could. Oh. Why wasn't this in the room when we had to look for one? That's so annoying. Well, we have it now. We can list the payloads here, so we don't have to mess about with the horrible MSF console. I'm whispering so Christy won't hear me. Just kidding, just kidding. So so when we're searching for here, the search, so we can also search like this. There. Though why use it for this line when none of the others use it? Whatever.
Fixerbot says. New follower Headstrong69. Less than 3.
Headstrong. Welcome in. Or even Headstrong69, of course. Should say their whole names, right? At least when I welcome you. So, now we got a tip that we can list them here so we can grab. And if I hadn't removed all of the other tabs,
Headstrong 69 says, Meterpreter.
Meterpreter. Yeah. Well, let's show Meterpreter versions available for the following platforms. Okay. Yeah, and I noticed these versions before. So let's read on. Your decision on which version of Meterpreter to use will be mostly based on 3 factors. The target operating system.
New follower get clocked. Less than 3.
Welcome in, get locked. Welcome in. So, we're learning stuff here. The target operating system. Is the target operating system Linux or Windows, or is it Mac or Android? Components available on the target system: Python, PHP, network connection types you can have with the target. Do they allow raw TCP? Can you only have HTTPS reverse? Okay, so that's why those are there. Our IPv6 address is not as closely monitored as IPv4. Well, that's a cool trick. If you are not using Meterpreter as a standalone payload generated by MSF your choice may also be limited by the exploit. You will notice some exploits will have default.
Thank you. I have just passed my PNPT and CRTO within the last 2 months, so I am still learning a lot before I go for OSCP.
Okay, cool, very cool. I have no certification at all. So I'm just studying and trying to learn, and we'll see if I can afford getting a certification. But I guess it's money well spent if you pass the exams. I've heard people complaining about OSCP, that it's kind of what you practice is not what you get the exam on, so you have to have lots of other knowledge than that. So study, we need to study lots. So I'm studying lots here, trying to learn, and I'm currently going through the TryHackMe beginner. What's it called? Complete beginner. Yeah, they have like 3 beginner ones. This is the 3rd one. So I'm becoming a tiny bit less of a beginner here. Though I started with TryHackMe, or like I started with some YouTube videos and stuff, and then I did some TryHackMe, and then I did other stuff, and now I'm back to TryHackMe and want to finish all these paths because they seem kind of nice, though, right? You have an organized learning.
Yay. I am not fan of it. Only reason I am doing it is for HR. This is a good path to go down on TryHackMe less than 3.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks. I have never seen anyone actually use Meterpreter, or well, maybe Meterpreter, but not like MSF Console. MSF Venom I've seen, and in that case actually using a bit of MSF Console, but I haven't seen that a lot when I watched people stream them doing boxes and things. So if you are, and a lot of people talking, so you don't have to be quiet, just talk on, and if you have suggestion or just think, oh, this made me think of this thing I learned last month or today or whatever, just talk about stuff. We're having fun while we're learning. We're not just reading, falling asleep. You have to have some life there too. That's why I'm doing this like this. And also to, you know, really focus on it. Yeah, you know. And there's a Discord too. So hop in there, we can learn together. It's just exclamation Discord, but it pops up now and then in chat. So automatically. If you're not using it as a standalone payload generated by the MSF. My god, why is MSF Venom so hard to say suddenly? Your choice may also be limited by the exploit. You will notice some exploits will have a default Meterpreter payload, as you can see in the example below, with Eternal Blue. So we've used this several times today, and last time we did this on the path. And I started looking a bit at trying Eternal Blue without MSF, and it was not this quick, but I didn't Google much on the other hand, so use it and then nothing. You can also list available payloads, show payloads. This is just repetition, which is good, I guess. Just this is what you already know, remember thingy. So just theory and theory here. Typing help. Oh my. Yeah, I've got that, all of the commands in my notes actually, but this is the default ones then, I guess, because they changed. I learned they change. 6 hours 43 minutes. How did that happen? I just started studying, right? Yeah, they're just popping up. Let's do the Discord one too then. You're welcome into the Discord and study together with me. And also do other fun stuff. So, I was looking for in my notes. Oh my goodness. Why? Yeah, the help. So, the normal one, the help for Metasploit, and the help for Meterpreter there. So I guess we can see here if this was a Windows one. Yeah, it was, because it has hash dump. So this is for a Windows one. And also the the formatting was horrible there. Whatever. Why? So I should really make a new line in front of this so we don't end up in the header there. That's useless fixes. So this is where we were. Every version of Meterpreter will have different command options. So running help command is always a good idea, right? Because it will be updated depending on what you ran actually. Commands are built-in tools available on Meterpreter. They will run on the target system without loading any additional script or executable files. Meterpreter will provide you with 3 primary categories: built-in commands, Meterpreter tools, Meterpreter scripting. Okay, I didn't know that, so that was useful. If you run the help command, you can see Meterpreter commands are listed under different categories. Yeah, I've seen that. Please note that the list above is taken from the output of the help command on the Windows version. Yeah. These will be different on other Meterpreter versions. I kind of noticed that when I tried to do hash dump on a Linux one just now. So Meterpreter commands. Core commands will be helpful to navigate and interact with the target system. Below are some of the most commonly used. Remember to check all available commands running the help command once Meterpreter session has started. Yeah, and we don't need to read this. We have them, and we read we check this all the time. Although these all commands seem available in the help menu, they may not all work. For example, the target system might not have a webcam, or it can be running on a virtual machine without a proper desktop environment. Yeah, so webcam snap. These are kind of funny, right? I'll almost have to try them on my computers, install something. Labbing a bit. So, post-exploitation with Meterpreter. Meterpreter provides you with useful commands that facilitate the post-exploitation phase. Below are a few examples you will often use. Help. Oh, we never heard about the help command. As we've seen earlier, many versions. But the whole last section was on this. People. Okay, repetition is nice, but this is overly my limit. Meterpreter commands. Get U8 command will display the user which Meterpreter is currently running. So this one is kind of good to know, because you can always see what you're running is without going into the machine or anything. So let's put this in our notes. So, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to sort this later. We could, of course, make it like a bit bigger. So I think I copied that one. Whatever. PS list running processes. I guess I can forget this, but we have used it several times today. Migrate. Yeah, we tried doing this, but it didn't work. We didn't have permissions enough, though we were in the authority system, which I thought was kind of funny. Migrating to another progress will have Meterpreter interact with it. For example, if you see a word processor running on a target, e.g. Word, Notepad, you can migrate to it and start capturing keystrokes sent by the user to this process. That's cool. Some Meterpreter versions will offer you the keyscan smart, keyscan stop, keyscan dump command. Should we mention migrate? I've tried it. It's just to type the process there. Though I never got the successful one. I got fails, different kind of fails. Let's copy this. And so migrate 1, 2, 3. If this is word processor, try keyscan there. Command options to make Meterpreter act like a keylogger. Migrate into another process may also help with making it stable. And that suggestion, I got the suggestion when I just started out today, since Eternal Blue is not the most stable thing. And that's what we were using, so we'll see. We didn't have the permissions then, because it was not like intended, I guess. To migrate to any process, you need to type migrate command followed by the PID. Yeah. Be careful, you may lose your privileges. If you migrate from a higher privilege system user to a process started by a lower use. Yeah. And we can see this in the process list here. User. So it's easy to see. Hash dump. Yeah, I've already got this in my in my notes, we added it right here. So hashtag for Windows and hashtag for Linux. After you have it, you can just go back and run this thing instead. And I realized I should have searched for post. Would have helped, though we've only found like 2 hits, so it was not a lot to dig through. So we did this as an answer to one of the questions in the previous room. While it is not mathematically possible to correct these hashes, you must still discover the clear test password by using online NTLM databases or rainbow table attacks. These hashes can also be used as passive hash attacks to authenticate to other systems that these users can access on the same network. Search. Search command is useful to locate files, but yeah, we use this too. So let's add search here too. I think what I did was F and then like flag.txt, you know, because I first did a PowerShell command at the PowerShell, which I remember how to get the PowerShell thing still. So let's add this here too. Load PowerShell. And then I did PowerShell shell. There. I got the tip in chat. So better have it in the notes. Instead of just getting the CMD. And search, right? Yeah, look, they did the same thing. So let's read it anyway. Yeah, useful to look at files with potentially use information. In a CTF context, this can be used to quickly find a flag or profile. While in actual presentation testing engagement, you may need to search for user-generated file or configuration files that may contain password or account information. Shell. The shell command will launch a regular shell, a command line shell on the target system. Pressing Ctrl+C will help you go back to the Meterpreter shell. There. So, should I even add shell? Let's do it. Shell. There. So this is... let's remove one of these. I want it to be a bigger header. So this is kind of good bit of information. So, useful but very, very short. So, this challenge also has information, then we have lots of things to do. Nice. So, post exploitation challenge. Machine is started for a long time already. I was thinking maybe there was something we could test here, but it was not. Meterpreter has several important post-exploitation tools. That's because we had already done all the things that was in here. If there had been anything new, I would have wanted to test it. So, and also tell me if I'm talking too fast, because I can slow down, you know, both my reading and talking. Commands mentioned previously, such as get system and hash dump, will provide important leverage and information for privilege escalation and lateral movement. Meterpreter is also a good base you can use to run post-exploitation modules available in the Metasploit framework. Finally, you can also use the load command. Yeah, that's what we just made in our notes. To leverage additional tools such as Kiwi or even the whole Python language. This is cool. So we can do load Python. So we need to add this to the notes, right? I don't know what Kiwi is, but it's probably something good too. So let's... oh my goodness, forgot to shift paste there. So yeah, loading Python. Python execute. Oh yeah, so let's copy this line too. And do. Let's see what it actually pastes. Even if I do it like that, no. So why did it become so big? No clue. No, it works. So, oh, content written to SCD out. This is kind of nice. The output ways here it has. The post-exploration phase will have several goals. Meterpreter has functions that can assist all of them. Gathering information about the target system, looking for interesting files, user credential, additional network interfaces, and general interesting information on the target system. Privilege escalation, lateral movement. Once any additional tools is loaded using the load commands, you can see new options in the help menu, right? The example below shows commands added for the Kiwi module, and I will have to know what this is. We can't just skip this, right? Okay, so does it have to do with Mimikatz then? Let's Google this. Need to know. Metasploit offers Mimic and Kiwi extensions. Okay, so images. Bright light. Bright light. 6 hours 58 minutes. I don't believe it. It can't be true. My. And I started at 13 and now it's 20. So let's see. I don't have my Discord on. I think I will start it because then my kids can easier reach me if, in case they're too shy to knock on the door. Are they tired? There. Let's see. No calls today. There. Though it sometimes crashes my machine. Discord is a very stable thing. So, just quickly looking at Kiwi. That was a very quick look. Not useful. Sorry for not reading loud. Just a tiny check on things. Whatever. So here's a Kiwi bit. Kiwi help. This is interesting. So this is kind of what it does then. You can get credentials. Kerberos tickets. Let's borrow this image and put it in the notes. I think it was like that. Yeah, so we have the image here. Let's make it a tiny bit smaller because we don't need the big text, right? Even smaller, like there. Doesn't take too much of the notes. And there we have the spelling in case that wasn't right. So we've looked a tiny little bit at that, so let's continue. This will change according to the loading menu, so running the help command after loading a module is always a good idea. Oh, and here we have the help for the Kiwi. You know, it was there, but the image is better in the notes, I think. The question below will help you a better understanding of Meterpreter can be used in process position. And also I read out stuff too. You can use the credential below to simulate an initial compromise over SMB using exploit Windows SMB PSexec. Okay. So this is like our job to look at this. Now I'm going to type so that I learn more. And no, it's not like step-by-step instruction, so we'll see how much I'll look at the help and the notes. Hopefully I've got everything. We'll see. Typing in the wrong screen. I definitely haven't got. We'll see if I ever get that. So MSF console. First, we'll see what cute image we get. Last time we just got text, I think. Oh, the bunny! I got the bunny first time last time. I wonder how many images there are. Can't be that many, right? If you get 2 times ago, I got the same one. 2 ones between that one, not the bunny. So we're going to. Well, you know, with us, if you do the lol emote, you know what happens then? The username here, that's that in Swedish. Which is kinda, you know. I should probably tell them. That's it, you know. Well, I'm not on screen here, I'm sending a message. Just send him a bit of feedback. That's what that sounded like. Well, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, feedback is not good. Look at this. I clicked feedback. And then I got thanks for taking the time to share your feedback. I didn't. I didn't. It's so buggy. It's so buggy. It's so buggy. Oh, so if we go here again, and we go, let's go back. Let's do contact support, and if I click this again, will it give me the chance? I'm not touching anything. Thanks for taking the time. No. You can send your suggestions here. This is, you know, I guess I should click here. But this, on this room, you know. Let's do this on stream then. And the room. Username is not a good word in Swedish. Well, if my kids were doing this, you know, no, it doesn't matter. It's just like they should know you, right? So, let's continue. Everybody googling that, right? So let's see now. We have 2,407 exploits, 1,239 auxiliary. I don't know what auxiliary is still. What is auxiliary? Tell me. Post? I know what post is now. Well, what's the difference between payloads and exploits? Payloads is like what you actually sent, and the exploit is the like vulnerabilities. But for me, that's kind of the same thing anyway, no? And then we have encoders, knobs, and evasion. Maybe I should actually Google this, or we can. Okay, it popped up here because I right-clicked. What? I wanted just to click this one.
Inskid5 says.
Hi everyone.
Hi, welcome in. Inskid5. So I'm actually going to go to this. And alright. It was a bit slow, but it opened Firefox on the box too. So now I'm closing it down. We don't need double. So I'm actually just curious on their definition of auxiliary. So let's start with just doing this. Typically a main method for an auxiliary module is def run, but you will but when you use the run host IP or whatever, I don't, what is, this is what we want to know, right? An auxiliary module does not execute a payload. It can be used to perform arbitrary actions that may not be directly in relation to exploitation. Examples of auxiliary modules are scanners, fuzzers. Okay, this is good. Now I know what it is. Good. So it's like scanners, other stuff. Yeah. Okay, we know. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Keeping that one for now. So, we're going to find something, or actually we know what we're going to find because it says so maybe we should just use this one, and I can actually copy the name, because if we didn't have the name we could search for it. So let's do use this, and it does, so we check options. Let's do info too. Service. All right. We need to do set G L host 10, 18, 21, 236. There, and it can have whatever port it wants because it still want to steal the thing from us. No, netcat. Let's look at the info. Info, right? No, not info. This is all of it. There. So Microsoft Windows authenticated user code execution. Now we have a user. Windows 1999. Available targets. Automatic partial need upload. Move upload command. I'm just curious. We got the IP, you know, of the machine, and the first question is, what is the computer name? So I kind of want to do nmap, but we should do this. Service description. this is not really telling me so many things. We should add the R hosts, of course. A session to run this module on. We don't have one, you know, or let's do the options again. So we just have these, and then we have user and parser, so that's why we have a session. We don't have that kind of session. Oh well, let's fill in this. So SMB pass, SMB user. Let's start with our hosts. So set G, because let's do set, because this will work the first time, right? And we won't need to do anything else. 10, 10, 127, 164, and there. And then we do SMB pass, set SMB pass, password 1. Very secret stuff here. And set SMB user, I'm guessing now. There. I guess it's B. Allen. Let's definitely not pronounce it in Swedish. So let's look at options again. Now we should have all the information filled in here. There's no Windows domain. Just scrolling up here. We don't have a session. Our IP is filled in, and it's set to automatic, which sounds kind of nice. So if we run this, service start timed out, okay, if running a command or non-service executable. Ascending stage, mirror session 1 open. So now we have a stage. Now we can do the help and see what we got in this one. We have the hash dump here. So I assume that we're looking now for how to find the name of the computer, because this is the question, right? So we're supposed to simulate that by using this and these, and of course the IP to connect, and then it asks what the computer name is and domain. So we'll see what we can find from these commands, because it was very Meterpreter themed, this one, right? It's called Meterpreter. It's a full name of the URL. So I remember that we could look at who we are, but we know who we are because we logged in. So I'm trying to scroll, it's kind of slow. And I'm getting my headache back. Yeah, I could be doing this too long, you know. 7:15. Crazy. Let's get some more bread. I'm going to eat something else afterwards. So let's see. Right. So these are the things that we're going to find. And give me just 1 second here. I'm just checking stuff out. on there. So let's read this. I'm feeling so sweaty now too. You can talk to me, people. Talk to me. You're allowed to yeah, you know, chat. I have the TTS for a reason. So here I have some kind of machine ID. That could be kind of interesting to try. Jag streamar fortfarande, vet du.
Vad sa du?
Jag streamar fortfarande. Det är din lapp på dörren också. Jag vet, Laban, han gjorde det förut också. I have a note on my door that I'm streaming, and I told him, and still he didn't realize. So, well, it's kind of late. But he was saying that our kid is sleeping in his chair, which he has problems not sleeping in his chair. But he slept yesterday in his bed. So, and I've been talking to him a lot. So it's not like it's abandoned, and it's not like he doesn't have another parent too. So let's try the machine ID. I'm kind of thinking I'll do this until Alhastred starts streaming. We'll see. He said he would stream, right? I'm waiting when he pops up. So maybe we should just do the machine ID. We have it there at least. So what else have we got? So here we have use as a deprecated alias for load. Why is it in the list if it's deprecated? Yeah, and I tried cat and stuff. This is kind of nice. Forward a local port to a remote service. Clear the event log like that. But it might not work just because it's in the list. Execute a command. I need to know how this works, right? I think we just like we're at the prompt, right? But we don't actually go to the shell. Current process identifier. This is the one they mentioned. So I'm thinking machine ID and get PID, and that's kind of like try these, and then we'll continue reading system commands. So let get PID is 3408, and also if we look at PS, which would kind of blank everything else out, but let's do it anyway. We can see that the 3408 should be my blind. These are more than we had before. Another machine, of course. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So it's PowerShell now. Before it was spool. Okay, and the other one was like machine ID, right? Yeah. So let's do help again. And go up to the system commands. Oh my. And there we have the PS that we did. Filter process by name. Modify and interact with the remote registry. Shut down. Suspend. Send keystrokes, dump keystrokes. Oh, this was the ones they mentioned, right? Mouse. Screen share. Play an audio. Get system. These are so funny, these commands. I think we could also do right ls. This is slow. Yeah, because we're in system. And we could actually probably switch the directories. This is 32. So we have all these files. That was not very smart, right? So, did we see anything? I'm trying not to nmap this or anything like that. But if we just go to the machine, would that be cheating? I'm kind of thinking it is. There must be something for like getting information. The basic information. So, user interface, system. This is about the system. We want sysinfo. Look. Sysinfo maybe? Let's do sysinfo. Sysinfo. Oh, we have the domain and the computer name. So sysinfo was it. Yay! That's the first two questions here. So it's Acme test. And then domain is Flash. And let's see. Well, there was a suggestion, sysinfo. But use the post windows gather enum info. You will need a background Meterpreter first. Okay, so this is an interesting command, but they did ask a question for the first one that we automatically got the second one at once. Kind of funny. This is why I read the hints after doing it. So we need this sysinfo and so here we need it. What was that? I think it's like the neighbors. You can't spell computer. So we can also see it's Windows Server 2019. I have to go check what's knocking. Seven logged on users. 7 logged on users.
Patricum says.
Hey,
Yeah.
I think using metas is all cheating as well. But you using it for learning it, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like thinking, I want to know what really happens. What I want full control and know the details. And this is like, but I'm following the path there, so I have to do it, I guess. So complete beginner, Windows exploitation, physics. So that's why. So if you want to help me do the eternal blue manually without this, you're welcome. But I don't think this machine might have it though, so we'll see. Maybe it is. Maybe that's it. Maybe not. Yeah, so I've been saying that several times during the stream that tell me why I should use this, because I still don't see the purpose, because I would like to, know stuff, not just use a tool to find it. So, yeah. Because, as I said previously, you could just, like, if you could just click a button and it does everything for you. Is that really, that's not learning, right? And it's not. If you're working at a company and you have lots of stuff to do and have to do it quickly, then you can use a tool. But if you're learning, unless you have a job and know everything, why do it not manually? Except for learning that the tools exist and a bit how to use them. So that's the goal there. Except for completing the paths, because I want to do that. So yeah, so let's I didn't copy that to the notes that I was intending to do, so let's do that. There. This is not supposed to be here, though it's actually a post, so maybe it should be here. I should list like useful posts once. Where's the other one? Yeah, I know where it is. It's here. Here. That one. That's the last one we used. It was a bit funny that when we found this information, we found this too. And when I looked here after I filled it in, this is what we used to find this one too. But for this one, we have this hint. So we have not run this. We'll see if we need to run it. And if we do, I wish I hadn't read the hint for this one before finishing more. What is the name of the share likely created by the user? So to actually cheat then, this is domain information. It's probably not related to the share, right? So let's go back here and see what we can find. We have all the commands just right here. It's not system commands, it's like it could be networking, I guess, but I'm thinking file there. Let's look at these file system commands. I'm thinking there should be something like shares or something. core commands.
Use the tool as macro. You have to write something like the macro yourself in another languages, and you can use it many times.
Use the tool as macro. You have to write something like the macro. Comma, comma. Okay. Okay, so if I were to use this a lot, I could make my own, like, alias, but macros, I guess, huh? We found the system for here, so this is so far I kind of quick ride. But now we're looking for I can look at that later with the macros, but I don't imagine I will use this. I don't think I'll use it a lot. I'm sorry, Christy, if you're listening. Though I will try to use it so that I remember it and not spend months not looking at it at all. Yeah, let's do the one they suggested, because I don't think it has anything to do with this too. So if we Control C this one and we go back and we use, I think I still have it in the paste, yeah. So if we do this one and we go options, definitely have to set the session there. But I need to know what it is first. And it's number 1 again, because we restarted it, yeah. So set session 1 and options. So it's just a single one, and then we can gather domain info. And this is kind of hinting us in the direction of maybe we can Windows gather something else. We'll see. And we got that tip to use MSF Venom's search functionality to be able to grab the results. That was a nice tip. Yeah, I guess we'll just run. And that was very much information. So that was all. So if we go back again and we search for Windows gather, let's see what we can find. So we can get a memory dump, we can get a lot of things, credentials. As always, reading backwards here. I'm thinking we have lots of other things. Alright, we also have the next question after is the NTLM hash for user. So we already know that we can just hash dump that. Or if it was Dompash. I really see that problem which word is first. USB history. Credentials total commander? Haha. Oh, that's interesting. Does it save the information? I guess everything does. And I was thinking as I started, oh, we're already at C, but I can see there where you have 150 left to go. Should do this a bit quicker. Outlook email messages. Smart hashtag. Okay. Maybe we should have set the session to set to G session instead. Seem to be a lot of things to do here. Oh right, I should have post in that one too. Post Windows Gather. And we still have 100 to go. Here are the enum ones, so lots of enums. Nice. Sorry if I'm boring, insisting on reading it all. But it's giving me insight into things, you know? If there is one of these, maybe you should be careful with that information.
7 hours is due like a working day.
Translated from Swedish.
Yeah, the thing is that before I started with this, I worked for 4 hours. And then I drove home and got the kids food. So it's a bit more than 7 hours working day. Though I've been like making them food and stuff. And their dad's been home for a bit now too. So. Yeah. Lots of stuff we can get there. Lots of stuff. Oh. Oops. So for the next question, what is the name of the share likely created by the user? So we need to like get shares. Did we have anything in shares here? So let's do a search with that. What did we search? We searched Windows. So if we do instead Windows shares and see if we get anything. Num shares. So that's the number 5 here. If we do use 5.
Netview /IP.IP.IP.IP.
Only commands in here. But I know that you can use normal commands at this prompt too, so some of them. So we're trying to do it the Metasploit way here, the Meterpreter way, and exactly in this one. So since that's the room's name, so I'm trying. I gave up last time. I had to do nmap, because people in chat told me that it's not possible to do this. So I gave up and I did as they said. But let's see if this one. Let's do options, and this is a post one, you know. So currently configured shares, entered recent. So we need to set G. I don't want to do this again. So let's do session globally this time, and it was 1. So if we look at options again, and then we run it, so what is the name of the share likely created by a user? So we have the share here. It worked as I hoped. And we used, I kind of like that we searched for it and found just a few hits there. It was kind of not looking through a million things long list. So we can look at their hint now when we've done it. So this is what we used. So that's nice. And we can copy this one instead, because this is the format that's easiest to see. So let's add this to the notes. There, because these might be useful. In case I can't find things other ways, we have this opportunity to, right? And this I know already, because we did it. So if we go to the right one, and let's go back from this, because it's done. And then do sessions I1, and then we do I think it's hash dump there, and then we're looking for J Chambers, and we want this there, and we're going here again. We submitted it, and we'll say what was their way. You will need to migrate to the. Okay, we didn't do that. We didn't need that. They're wrong. But we could have migrated to this one in case we didn't. Well, what's the password? Okay. So, where's my link? I assume this is what they want. Trust no one. Okay, that's a good password. Very, very good. So there. And the hint is, yeah, correct station. Where is the secret txt file located? Full path. So let's go back, and this is what we had the search for, and let's see if I can remember it. It was F. So search F secrets dot txt, and it took a long time last time. So it's nice that we reuse these commands now. The post exploitation things are new, but we're reusing the commands, so they're kind of sticking in the memory. I'm looking at the next one. What's the Twitter password revealed in the? So we're going to look at the file after this. And then there's another look at the file. Another look at the file, and then what is the real secret? So this is the last ones. So if the search command works, it's kind of nothing more to do on this one. We'll see. The good thing with the search one is that last time we did this, we had Eternal Blue connection. Now we have a different one, so it's the same command. So, how was your day, Patrick? I'll have to say Patrick, right? Hur var din dag? Har du haft en bra dag? And we'll have to, of course, do NetView too, just because. And also we're waiting. Yeah, let's just open another tab here. Oh, wrong place. So
Can you list the shares dear list? Using username and password.
Right now it's searching, so I don't want to disturb this thing. But we can open a new tab, and I just happen to do it in my browser in Firefox instead. So should we just try NetView here? I just have to switch to the tab with the IP there. So net. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. NetView. So the IP is 10.10.147, 164. And then we found that this is not a command.
How can it search with non-username and password? Get the files list.
It has the session, that's why. And the session has the information. And it's found the file. So that's how it's searching. You know, we have the... Let me scroll up so you missed the start. So what we did first was to log in with actual credentials. Here in this one, Windows SMB PSXEC exploit. So we're using this. We just set the information there, and then we got the session. So now we sent the session to different things, and that's what's being used here. So that's how it's connected. So we have one of the files. Let's look for the other path at once, so we know
Okay,
both
with the user, but you use the hash to get the password.
Yeah, there was another user. So the user we logged in as was this one. This is the one we logged in as. And the one that wanted the password for was this one. So that's why. There are several other ones, of course, too. Let's just change this to real secret. Real secret with no S. And then we can look at them.
Okay, I get it. Sorry for not being at start.
What, you mean you didn't spend 8 hours with me here? That's horrible of you. Thank you for being here, Patrick. Thank you for being here. You don't have to be here all the time, you know. So that's why I love when people talk to me, you know. And this time I could actually answer a question too.
CM Beat says.
Hello.
Hi, CM Beat. Welcome
Hey
in.
guys.
So we now have the path to 2 files, and we're just going to read them. And I'm thinking like, yeah, we're supposed to paste the path to, and they want the full thing with the extension and the drive letter. So let's just copy all of it and paste it here, there, and then we go for the other one. So now we don't have to. I was thinking, where am I gonna write these in? Should I put it in my notes? And then I realized, you know.
Patricum says.
Can you jam the file?
Can you meow the file? I'm curious to watch the hints later when we done. I'm not looking at any of them until we done here. So I can just cat them, I think. So if
Cat
we
the file.
Yeah, so if we paste this, we'll just cat the file. No? Okay, so it failed. Could it be
Jam.
Translated from Portuguese.
Could it be like this? Yeah, it was like that. So no new line on that one. So we're not doing it in the right order or whatever. So let's do the other one. So let's do cat, and then I'm going to copy. Alright, you. Oh, if you're on the wrong screen, you can do exclamation mark right for my right screen, which this is, and left for the other one. So I'm going to actually paste this here, and then do the thing manually. So, oh, this one has spaces too, so maybe we should put a few. There. So my Twitter password, and they just want us to tell the password. So this is curious. Is the exclamation mark a part of the password, or is exclamating the thing that we know the password? We'll see if we have to remove it. No, it was that. So if we go back here, we want to see what the hints were. If they wanted us to do the search, yeah.
Maybe you are Windows user, then you are more familiar with type smile.
Yeah, I used type actually before to type when we used shell instead. I went shell and then I used type because I wasn't the CMD prompt, so. But I prefer cat. It's one letter less. Right? You know, you have to be lazy. You have to. No. So, use a cat command. Use search F. So we did it the intended way this time. So why do it twice? Is it supposed to be more fun to have it twice? Will we learn from this repetition? I don't think so. Anyway, it's time to. I think we're done with this one. Anyone want to try something on this? Should we go for the shell and see? We can do the type here. We could type the. I think I still have. No, I don't have the path. So let's copy this again and let's do type for Patrick. So here, right. We'll have to go there. So let's do it. Yeah, I know what the problem was though. Alright, I can't up arrow, so let's copy it. But I can't arrow, so I'll have to do type, and then I add that, and then we do the path, because of course it didn't find it. There's no directory called program, and then some kind of odd file called files or whatever. So now then, yeah, so this is working too. It goes it very cutely there. So EFI init pub. So we could look at the users. And I do have to think every time to type.
Or maybe more modern script kiddie use PowerShell GC alias for get content only 2 characters.
Oh gosh. That's modern. Yeah, but then we would have to go. Let's do that too. Let's exit this and go, because I did this before. So load PowerShell. PowerShell. Shell, I think it was. Alright. And now we could. Should we get GC here? So just typing it. Get content, yeah. So it's get content. We need the path too. So let's. Do we still have it in the memory? I think so. So let's paste it here. So we've done it 3 times then. What else should we do on this machine? Should we do something more? I'm not very comfortable yet with PowerShell, but maybe I should add actually GC get content. Not just save it in my brain. Wrong machine to tab on. So I'm going to my notes, putting everything in the notes, because my memory won't be there forever. So, could it be? No, look, that's not what I was looking for. So, whatever. Just click anything. Yeah, here we have some file search. So, should I have? I thought I had like a PowerShell, like normal stuff, easy stuff, whatever. PowerShell commands. So GC. Well, let's do this like this, right? Are we neutral now? I also have one for creating accounts and stuff, but this is not that in Windows. It must be. Create user red groups. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So if we go back here to this one. So we've actually done 2 learning rooms then today. I'm terminating this. Or was it 3? I think it was 2.